So welcome guys. So now we can do the tower of normal subgroup, or tower of subgroups. Okay, so definition is very simple. You have G0, you have a tower of subgroup, meaning that you start with some G0 and you have some subgroup G1, G2, G3, up to Gn. Okay, so this is called tower of normal, tower of subgroups. So the first one is if it's called normal tower. If the quotients, right? So you can construct lots of quotients. Oh, so if it's called normal tower, meaning that each one is a normal in the previous one. So meaning that gi plus 1 is normal in gi. Yes, so this is called normal tower. If it's called Abelian tower, if what? If there are also normal tower, and moreover their quotients gi quotient gi plus 1, right? So you give you some subgroup is Abelian for every I. For every I. Okay, and if it's called a cyclic tower, if gi quotient gi plus 1, if it's normal but the quotient is more restricted to be cyclic. Okay, so this is a definition of tower. And yeah, so this is basically very useful in the future. We call it when we do the solvable groups and simple groups. So these are like common definition. Okay, so theorem. The theorem says that maybe one can view it as a pullback. So if f from G to G prime and if G prime has a normal tower, then f has and G has another normal tower, has a normal tower constructed by G prime. Okay, so what this idea is that if you have G prime, let's say it's G0 prime, it has some normal tower. Then we have this f, right? So I can do a pullback. Not pullback. I can do a pre-image because now I have a G here, right? So I can this is G0, which is the same as G. So I can do a pre-image, right? So this guy pre-image, will give you some like G1, right? And then give you some G2. I will give you some GM, and obviously there are all normal subgroup. Because in the previous video, remember that in the previous video, what we have shown is that if you have a normal subgroup of G prime, then the pre-image is called H, and then which is still normal in G. So what? So let's say I have F. So each F pre-image, right? Is pre-image is a normal. So these are all normal. Let's draw it. They're all normal. They're all normal, right? Yeah. So that's done. It's done, right? Because everything is normal. Okay. So you can prove by yourself. But actually, it's just the previous results, right? Because these guys if this guy is normal, then this guy is normal, and this is normal, then normal. You can prove it. Exactly the same proof. Okay. So the pre-image is normal. Moreover, by previous results, right? This gi divided by gi plus 1 is a subgroup of gi prime divided by gi plus 1 prime. This is previous results. It's a subgroup of it. So if gi prime divided by gi plus 1 prime is Abelian, so as gi divided by gi plus 1. This is trivial because the subgroup of Abelian subgroup of Abelian group is Abelian, because Abelian means that every element commutes, right? So, but if you take only subsets, then definitely it commutes. So this is true. So if gi prime divided by gi plus 1 prime is cyclic, so as gi divided by gi plus 1. So what this use the following. So if H is a subgroup of G, and if G is cyclic, so as H. Okay, so this proof is very simple. Let me just quickly prove it. So if G is cyclic, let's say G is finite for simplicity. Okay. Actually, no, that's fine. So suppose G is cyclic. Right, so G is labeled by some G to the M. Sorry, not G to M. So G to the identity G square, and also its inverse, whatever. So every element in G can be written as the G to the M for some M. Okay. G to the N for some M. Okay. So now H is a subgroup of G. H is a subgroup of G. But so H contains all the forms of like G to the K for some K. Okay, and without loss of generosity, I can assume okay, so without loss of generosity, I can take H plus to be just G to the K, where K greater than 0. Okay, I mean this is possible. Otherwise, that if every element, if you cannot find H plus, meaning that K is 0, then G will be identity. G will be trivial group. So if H will be trivial. If H is a non-trivial subgroup, then H must contain some positive power of G. And you might say, why? It can contain a negative power? It cannot be, right? Because if it contains some negative power, then its inverse will be positive power. So H plus must contain some G to the K, where K greater than 0 if H is non-trivial. So if H is non-trivial, then there must be something which is positive, positive in the power, right? Then I can, so now G plus is G to the K, K greater than 0. Okay, so my claim is that okay, so I can take let's say K bar is the minimum of K, which G to the K greater in H bar, in H plus. Okay, but this is always exist, right? Because K is a subset of integer, positive integer. So it's a positive integer, and positive integer has the smallest number, let's say K plus. Okay, so my claim is that H is generated by G to the K bar, K bar. Okay. What? So H is generated by single element, just G to the K bar. If not, that means that there exists something. There exists some G to the A, where A is not a multiple of. Maybe I use G to Y. Okay, so Y is not a multiple of K bar. Okay, so Y, if Y is not a multiple K bar, then I can use a division. So Y can be written as M K bar plus something R, but R is less than K bar. Okay. But now here comes the problem, because G to the Y belongs to H, and G to the M K bar also belongs to H. So this immediately implies that G to the Y minus M K bar, where G to the R belongs to H. But R is smaller than K bar, and R is greater than 0. Because Y is not a multiple of K bar. So this implies a contradiction, meaning that you can find another smaller number which is less than K bar but in H. This violates the condition that I say K bar is the minimum of the power that contained in H. Okay, so this proves that if H is a subgroup of G and G is cyclic, so is H. Okay, so this proof this. So simply speaking, what this theorem says that if G prime is a normal tower, or is Abelian tower, or is a cyclic tower, then its pullback or its preimage will generate another tower. Okay, so so let me quickly say some definition. So the rest of this video will just be very simple definition. So definition is that when we say G is a simple group, if G contains G does not contain a non-trivial normal subgroup. So simply speaking, G has no non-trivial normal subgroup, either than zero, either identity or itself. So the example here now we only talk about is Z mod PZ, right? So we prove that this is since P is prime, so there's no non-trivial subgroup. Okay, so let me just state a Jordan holder. So Jordan holder is really interesting. Jordan holder theorem claim the following: claim that if G is finite group, G is a finite group, then there exists a unique. The unique is hard to describe, so I will describe in the future. So there exists a unique normal tower. So every finite group has this kind of normal tower. So each is normal. So each of its normal. Okay, so you have a normal tower such that the quotient between each one is simple. Okay, so what this Jordan holder theorem says that any finite group requires has this normal tower decomposition, and the quotient is simple. So this is somehow a structure theorem, right? Well, one kind of structure theorem say that you have this is similar as the linear algebra, that if you have some condition that you're diagonalizable, if you are not diagonalizable, then you can do a Jordan form, right? So this is similar. It say that every finite group has unique normal tower such that their quotient are somehow simple as a simple group. Okay. So, but to prove this, we require lots of different, still require some other techniques, but it's already very close. See you guys next video.